Hi, this is Cam Lemons, and I want to share with you how to grow a beard if you have sensitive skin. For a long time, I would grow out my beard into stubble 3 or 4 days, and at that point, the ginger gene would kick in. And I would get a nice red color, but also my skin would be on fire. It would get red and irritated, and I would go to my friends and I would say, "How do you guys get through this beard itch? It's awful." And they would tell me, well, just give it a little bit of time and it'll go away, maybe a week or so. But I could not get past that beard itch. It was so irritating that my mind couldn't think about anything else. I would give up after a couple days and say, well, I'll just keep my stubble and we'll go with that. Well, eventually I came to a place where I was able to get past the beard itch, even with the sensitive skin. And so I want to share with you how that worked for me, and maybe it'll give you some ideas of what might work for you. The primary issue for me was hygiene, hygiene, hygiene. And I didn't go out and buy expensive beard specific products. You can do that. I'm sure much of that would help as well. But I just used stuff we had here at the house, but I had to be really intentional about the hygiene of my beard, especially in those first weeks. The last shave that I did was not with a razor, it was actually with the clippers, and so I had the stubble, and I've heard that that is helpful. And so then what I would do from there is I would first of all wash daily, and I would use a shampoo, not a soap that's going to make your skin too dry, but I would use a shampoo, and I would wash, use the fingers, exfoliate a bit, get some of that dead skin coming off, and just get it nice and clean, because a lot of the itch ends up coming from the dead cells being attached to your face and irritating it. So you got to make sure that you're washing regularly. And then you don't want to let your face dry out, because if it gets dry, it gets itchy as well. And this especially goes for if you're in cold weather. And so after I shampooed my beard, when I was in the shower, I would get out, and before I even left the shower, the bathroom, when it was still, kind of steamy, I would use a lotion or some kind of moisturizer. Now, for my sensitive skin, if I use something oily, I end up breaking out. And so what I needed to use was something that was a non-oily moisturizer. I used Cetaphil. And so I would put that on to make sure that my beard area didn't get too dry. And so I kept going with this, washing daily, moisturizing daily. And then when it started to get long enough, this is maybe after a week, maybe a week and a half, I started to use a quality conditioner on it. So after I shampoo and rinse it off, I would use a quality conditioner. I think I just used whatever we had in the shower. I think it was a conditioner from Costco. And put the conditioner on the beard, let it sit in there for a minute or two, and then rinse it out. And it's unbelievable what a good conditioner can do for your beard. It can go from being like metal cable to being like silky sheep's wool. It's amazing what a quality conditioner can do on the hair on your face. And then once it started to get longer, you couldn't really use the lotion anymore, the Cetaphil. And so as the beard started to grow out a little bit, I would occasionally put in some coconut oil. You can use other kinds of oil too. They have beard specific oil. But that would keep the beard being moisturized, both the hairs itself and the skin underneath. And I would do that every few days for those first couple weeks. And sure enough, as long as you keep up the hygiene, the beard itch can go away 99%. Like I sit before you today delighted that even with sensitive skin, I'm able to keep a beard. It's not particularly itchy. My hair's kind of curly, so I don't let it get too long. I use a level 3 clipper around most of my beard, a little bit shorter, like a 2 or 1.5 around the mustache and the sides. I use a razor on my cheeks and under my chin here, and then I have to make sure that I put some Cetaphil on those areas where I use the razor. But even if you have sensitive skin, you can grow a beard. If your face just doesn't grow facial hair, well, that's another story. There's some other ideas that you can find from somewhere else for that. All right, so that's Cam here, sharing with you how to grow a beard if you have sensitive skin. Thanks.